The relegation final is obviously a game that no one wants to end up playing in, but unfortunately for St Martin's and Halfway House Bunclody, it's their turn this year. I suppose, Andy, first of all, without disrespecting Bunclody, I think it's more surprising that St Martin's are in it.
Yeah, without a doubt. On paper, St Martin's have quality all over the field. I know they're missing a lot of players. All the O'Connors are obviously away. But even so, like, they have the Furmans, who are fantastic players. The Cods, like Darren Codd is a super player, a great free taker. I don't think anyone would have called St Martin's to be down there. And the day we played them in New Ross, they played some very good football. They led us the whole game, and truth be told, we got out of jail at the very end. But I was very impressed with them that day, and I think that they can take a lot of hope from that game. They worked the ball up through the lines very well. They kept it through the hands. And when you forwards like Kieran Ling inside, he only needs half a chance. And if they can get him the ball, I think that they will keep the scoreboard ticking. And Darren Codd as well, a very nice shooter. So like, they have the players inside that can cause damage. So I think that the last couple of weekends they'll take momentum and they'll take a lot of spirit from it. And yeah, they'll give Bunclody a good go anyway.
Colm, the Sarsfields had yet another great escape on Sunday against Bunclody. What did you make of the Bunclody challenge?
It was tough. I would say that it was helter-skelter. Bunclody had strong runners coming up the field. Martin O'Connor, John Dunn was excellent on the ball for them. I think he stuck a goal from top corner, but I think it'll be a huge challenge for the Martins, to be honest. The Martins haven't been scoring well. I know when you think the form book goes out in relegation final, anything can happen. I just think the Bunclody challenge that they'll meet will be very strong. We got out of jail big time yesterday, but we dug in. We had that experience of being in that position before, and the lads came up trumps yesterday. But I just think, again, it's a hard one to call. I know the Martins have talent embedded throughout, but it's just a very, very tough one to call. I think it'll be a cracking game, to be honest.
And we mustn't forget, of course, that these two sides were in semi-finals last year, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were, yeah. They were both in semi-finals. Gusron beat St Martin's and the Chevaliers beat Bunclody, so it's a bit of turnaround in fortune, but we'll get the two lads' prediction without going into too much more detail on it. Andy, who's going to win this one?
I think it'll be closer than people might expect. Bunclody are a dogged team, like, you never turn them over too easily. I probably fancy the Martins. I'd say they're going to be the strong favourites, and I'd probably fancy the Martins maybe by 5 or 6.
Yeah, I'll have to side in with Andy as well. Just the Bunclody challenge yesterday, it's going to be a tough game. I just think the Martins have that experience there that shines through, the talent throughout that will swing it for them. I'd say Martins by maybe 5 or 6 as well.
Okay, after hearing the thoughts of the lads, I came down here this evening and I was going to predict Bunclody. I'm not going to change my mind, but I think a lot of it depends really on how focused St Martin's are, what sort of a team can they get out. From a Bunclody point of view, will they have the likes of Martin O'Connor? Is he available? He's been struggling with injuries and stuff like that, but just something tells me I think Bunclody might spring a bit of a surprise in this one.